Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited. I love Tuesday nights. It's just like a big old party, family reunion, right? Tonight, guys, I am absolutely so delighted and so blessed, first of all, to just have this human in my life. As you all know, Double Diamond Rose Parma has been such a godsend, not to just our team, but the company. She is a pastor. She is a mommy of 9 children. She has an amazing husband. Kudos to Michael. And then we also, guys, she is has a mission, and her heart is absolutely. I say this all the time. Her heart will always be bigger than her check when it comes to helping and guiding people in life. She has a mission that is called Barn of Grace. And guys, I don't sometime that will be a Zoom all in itself, but she does. Can I say what you do, what it is, Rose? But she rescues sex trafficked children. And when I heard that, I'm like, you know what? Who has the heart? We all say we do, but the work that this woman puts in to helping people to find hope again. There's absolutely nobody I know that works harder with all the things that she has in her plate on her lap. She still shows up. She loves God. She loves people. She loves helping people to find a better way. And Rose, I know you're so busy. It almost makes me feel guilty because I'd asked her to add one more thing to her plate. But I didn't feel so guilty that I didn't ask, because this woman is a difference maker. And I know all of you on here that have got to see her. She almost hit triple diamond last month, guys. So before we get, I want everybody to give her a big hand clap, give her rah rahs, because this woman is endless with loving on people and helping people and coaching people. Guys, she is the best at training and teaching tap rooting, how we dig down. And I'm not going to take any more of the time because this is so valuable, guys. I hope you all have your notepads out, because what she will be teaching us tonight can literally take your business to a whole different level. So make sure you got pen and pad, because we are getting ready to get really serious, because we want every single one of you to be able to dig down into your organization and know what to do, how to do it, so that we can see every single one of you win. So, Rose, if you would unmute, and I thank you so much. You know, I love you more than bread.
I love
I
you
don't know.
too. All right. So thank you for having me on. And it's an honor. This is not something that I look at as like another task or another thing to do. I actually love sharing nuggets that have helped me succeed because let me just be very transparent. First of all, Karen, I need you guys to hear this little story before we jump into this so you can understand why I show up the way I do. Okay. It comes from a mission and passion. So just yes, we do work with survivors of abuse and human sex trafficking. We partner with the extraction teams and all the things, and we're building an impact center to actually host events for survivors for healing art therapy, Bible studies, and all sorts of different things. So my mission is solid. Okay. I want you to start with this. If you're taking notes, you actually should be taking notes because I'm not very entertaining, but I will give you strategy. Okay. Strategy to actually take to your bank account. So write this down. You have to have a solid mission. And people will say your why needs to make you cry. I'm going to take that even a step further. God has called every single one of us to be on a mission. And usually the mission is not about us, it's about other people, how we show up to serve other people in any capacity. You don't need to be a pastor to do that. You could be anyone to do that, right? We all have a mission that's within us. So when you are really solid on that mission, it becomes non-negotiable. And I want you to write that down because this is actually really my driving force. Look, when I came here, Joy Kinney, who's one of my very best friends, is on here. Joy Kinney introduced me to Karen. She got me in a three-way chat with Karen. Apparently, everybody in the world knew about Karen. My ministry prayer lead knew about Karen. One of my best friends, Heather Howard, knew about Karen. Joy knew about Karen. I did not know Precious Karen yet. Well, Joy gets me on the phone with Karen, and I'm going to tell you guys, I was on the verge of depression. I was pregnant. We were getting ready to do a big move, and I had to make a very solid decision to exit from a company that I was in because God told me to unyoke. Okay, to walk away from a full income that was actually supporting our ministry and supporting our family. So when I say that, it was non-negotiable. Anybody that gets on the phone with Karen, you're recruited immediately. Like that's just it. Done deal. Sign me up. Sign me up 10 times with Karen. Okay. So that's where this stems from. Now I'm going to talk about the strategy taprooting. I actually didn't even know this was a strategy when I first started in network marketing. I was 18 years old. 18. Okay. I actually did not do much of it. I was the person that wanted community. I was the person that thought this sounds kind of cool. I'll do a wholesale deal. I'm now 43 years young. Okay. So I was 18 then, but you know what I used to do? I used to get those cassette tapes and I would pop them in my truck. And I would just drive around with, I had one child at this time. I would drive around with my child and I would listen to it over and over and over again. I wasn't building much. I did a couple in-home parties because I wanted to act like I was cool and knew what I was doing, right? And it was just fun for a minute. I didn't really do much with it. I didn't understand that you can make big money. But what I did do is I gleaned from these cassette tapes that I would pop in, and you had to buy them back in the days, by the way. Like you had to actually buy them and invest money in these cassette tapes. And I had binders of them. I didn't build, but I definitely engrossed all the information, and I would drive and act like it was my part of my radio situation, just putting it in, listening. I remember there was this one couple in Hawaii, and they were talking about how they actually were completely broke, were desperate to make an income, all the things like in their life had gone wrong. They showed up to this event. They had this aha moment because they seen someone on stage, and they just basically said to me, they were speaking directly to me. They said to me, it sounded like it in my ears, right? Rose, you can do this. If I can get up on this stage, and you know what their title was? Diamond. Their title was Diamond, y'all. I was literally 18 years old. And I'm like, one day I'm going to be a diamond. I'm going to be a diamond one day. And so that was what started the journey. Okay. Fast forward several years, maybe like almost 30, maybe 30 or so, I actually got into a makeup business. And I thought, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to love on people because it's what I do well. And I'm just going to get all these women to come over to my house, and I'm going to do these beauty makeover sessions, and I'm going to pray with them because usually people come to me to pray for them, and I'm going to pray over them. And then I'm going to show them the stock that I have, and then they can buy it. And then I'm going to tell them next time, come back and bring 2 friends. I had no idea what I was doing, you guys, but it worked. It worked really, really well. And then what I did is I taught other people how to do the same thing. And before you know it, we had like $14,000 worth of stock. Praise God, we don't need stock here. $14,000 worth of stock of makeup. Okay. And we had it all organized. And my husband, made sure that he had the inventory and all the things. And people would constantly come over. I recruited 3 people a day on average. They would show up to my house. Okay. I would invite them over to do their makeup. I would recruit them. I would tell them to bring a couple people with them. And the cycle just kept continuing. I actually didn't recognize that this is taprooting. I had no idea there was a name to this thing that I was doing. I just was loving people and I wanted to bring them to my house. Now, don't take notes on that because you're not going to get $14,000 worth of stock and you don't need the whole town to come to your house. But I just want to give you this situation of what was happening here. Okay. Vicky remembers this because she was in this situation coming to my house. Okay. So now what happened was I started to see that the only way I could get people to multiply what I was doing is if I showed them how to actually go deep in the business. Okay. Get a phone call from one of the top leaders in the company, and she says, "Hey, we were actually traveling in Hawaii." This is so funny, the circle of this, the full circle. We were traveling in Hawaii we were working from Hawaii in a beautiful, elegant hotel, and I was able to take my phone with me and just made sure to social media lies this entire situation so people could see that I'm taking my phone. At this time, I think I had like 3 or 4 kids, and we're taking the kids with us and we're traveling and vacationing, and I'm putting on lipstick and I'm sharing this situation. And this top leader in the company, kind of like Karen, right? As high up as Karen is. And she said to me, "Can you please get on a Zoom in front of 25,000 women? We're going to have multiple Zoom screens and all the things. And I want you to teach them how you're bringing in so many people." And I said, "Sure, absolutely. I would love to share what I'm doing." Okay. And then I went and almost crapped my pants because I was so nervous. I've never spoke in front of this many people in my life. Even though it was on Zoom, I was like, what do I even tell them? Well, here's what I said. I literally just took a deep breath. I asked the Lord what he wants me to say. And he said, you need to tell them exactly what you do. So what I did is I got on the Zoom and I learned this little trick that if you get a little sticky note and you cover the number of how many people are actually on, you just cover it so you don't have to see it, right? Then you don't freak out when the number keeps climbing up and up and up. And I did this when it got to 1,000. I was like, oh my word. So I covered it so I didn't have to see it. And they introduced me and they said all these things and that were super nice. And I'm like, you know what? God is good. He's the one that gets all the glory. I'm just here to serve people. That is literally it. So I get on this Zoom and they asked me, and I said, look, you guys, all of you are here because you want strategy. But let me tell you, I don't really have a ton of it except for you need to love people. Okay. You need to actually pray over your business every single day and pray that the Lord sends the right people. And then when he sends those people, you follow up with them. You serve them very, very well. This business is a blessing. If you are not treating it like a blessing, you're going to miss the boat. Okay, you're gonna miss the boat. Where does that saying even come from? You guys have heard this story where this guy is in the middle of the ocean and he's like, I need some help and I need some help. And then here comes a boat with someone, hey, can I help you? And he's like, no, God's gonna send the help. Okay, here comes another boat. Hey, can I help you? Come on board, we'll help you. No, it's gonna be a miracle. He's gonna send help. Okay, so the guy leaves. And then the next guy comes and he's like, I am the help. God sent me. he sent me. Like, don't miss the boat, you guys. Okay. This is a blessing. So now we're going to get into strategy. When I finished that Zoom, my inbox blew up because people actually were like, I never thought to pray over my business. Are you kidding me? It's a blessing. So we've got to treat it like that and we've got to be good stewards. Okay. It's actually a kingdom principle. So when we look at having the foundation of our kingdom principles, I'm going to give an example here and I'm going to actually start with Vicky and we're going to use Vicky to Denise. Okay. Vicky right here, Coach Victoria, go ahead and wave. She is my personal recruit. Okay. Vicky signs up. As soon as Vicky signs up, the first thing in my mind, okay, this is all hypothetical, so don't anybody freak out. But the first thing in my mind is she's going to quit in 48 hours. Okay, so I'm going to treat her like she's going to quit in 48 hours. If I think that Vicky potentially can quit in 48 hours, what am I going to do? Am I going to send her to 15 videos to watch? Am I going to put her in another Facebook group and get her in all these things so that she can consume all this content? No, I'm getting in her audience. I am getting in her audience immediately. You need to act like they're going to quit in their first 48 hours. So I get Vicky on a welcome call. Y'all know I'm famous for this little tiny script that it's what I recruited everybody with. I know this may sound random, but have you heard of matured hops extract MHE3 question mark? I just took a little spin off on what Karen asked Allison. I didn't need to reinvent the wheel. I just found out what worked. Karen recruited Allison with that, so it might as well, it might be the thing that works. So I just took that and I ran with it. So that is in my back pocket. That one script is in my back pocket, okay? I'm going to drop it in the chat for you. You can go ahead and copy it and save it to your phone. It's the golden question. You don't add to it. You don't try to create conversation for 30 minutes prior. Okay, I don't care if you haven't talked to them in 15 years. If they're on your social media, free game. You get to ask them this question. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Coach Victoria on a call and I'm going to say, hey, Vicki, I'm really excited that you're here with me. And I just want to ask you a couple questions. Are you coachable? This is a golden question. Vicki says, yeah, I'm really coachable. Okay, great. Now, Vicki already, just to preference, Vicki already told me she's here, she wants to do the business. Okay, she's not someone that signed up just for a wholesale account. She actually wants to do the business. So we're going to go down this route with her. So I say, are you coachable? Absolutely, I'm coachable. Okay, great. That's amazing. Okay, now tell me a little bit about your goals. What are you wanting to do with this business in the next 3 months or 6 months? I'm asking her for a 3-month goal and I'm asking her for a 6-month goal. Okay. People that spit off goals like this, they're really business oriented. People that take a little bit of time and they actually have no clue, you still got to work with them. Okay. We're still molding and shaping. Just like, Jesus is the potter, we are the clay. So we're still molding and shaping here. So I'm just going to listen to her and I'm going to let her tell me what those goals are. If Vicki's like tripping over her tongue, then I'll say, okay, Vicki, just tell me, what do you have a financial goal? And if she still is like not really sure what to answer, $500 a month. Would that bless you and your family? Yeah, that would be great. What about 1,000? Actually, that would be really, really good. What about 5,000? Oh my gosh, I wouldn't even know what to do with 5,000. Okay, so I'm going to back up because 5,000 subconsciously is going to block her. Listen to what I'm saying because this is strategy. If I were to go down the route of 5,000 because I listened to how she responded, that would subconsciously block her from doing the action. So I'm pulling it back a little bit. I'm just testing the water with her. I'm going to pull it back a little bit. We're going to stick with 500 or 1,000 because 1,000 is kind of like stretching her, but 500 seemed like a comfortable, yeah, that would actually be great. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, okay, if I can show you how to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, would you be willing to put in the effort to do this? I'm getting her buy-in. She said, yes, she's coachable. Buy-in number 1. Okay. She's saying, yes, she will be willing to put in the effort. Buy-in number 2. Okay. The next thing I'm asking her is a tangible marker. How much time are you willing to put into this to make that $500 to $1,000 extra a month? And if she still doesn't have like an idea, are you looking at, I'll say this, are you looking to do this part-time or full-time? This is a really big deal to know the answer to that question. Because if they're willing to do it full-time, you better roll your sleeves up and get your running shoes on because it's time to run with them. If they're like part-time, you still roll your sleeves up, but you don't necessarily need to be sprinting. You just need to be moving fast because she might quit in 48 hours. Remember, that's the mentality. People don't really quit in 48 hours, but I'm just saying pretend they are so that you can get your butt in motion. Okay. Don't act like you have this blessing for 10 years. Okay. You have to move with it. So then I would say to Vicki, okay, Vicki, here we go. You're going to do this part-time? Okay, great. So we're doing this part-time. Now, listen to how I'm saying this. Since Vicky, you said that you're coachable, I'm repeating what she said. Since you said you're coachable and you're wanting to make about $500 to $1,000 extra a month and you're able to do this part-time, I just repeated all three of her yeses in one statement. Since you then this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. Let me show you how to get this done. I'm going to help you. People need to hear those words. I'm going to help you. People need to know that you're going to be in the trenches with them. When you are taprooting, this is absolutely crucial, okay? Because you're moving fast and you're going to ask them, the next thing that you're going to ask them is going to freak them out, okay? So before you get into the actual asking for the people, you need to let them know, I'm here to help you. You repeat the three things that you just asked them and they gave you a yes on. Since you said you're coachable, you're wanting to make about $500 to $1,000 and you have, you're going to do this part-time. I'm going to help you do this, okay? And I'm going to walk you through the steps. We'll do it together. Great. So now subconsciously, our brain has two compartments here. We have an autopilot, which is subconscious. Everything moves on autopilot. There's nothing woo-woo about this, you guys. It's the way our brains were made. Okay, so there's autopilot back here. And then in the front, you have to actually think about the thing to do it. Okay, so for simplicity. Okay, you have to think about the thing to do it. So now we need to actually start moving in motion. And this is where that I have to think about this. And she might freeze up on me. Okay, so we're trying to soften the tone and we're guiding her through. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, Vicky. I'm going to get you to start giving me some names. We're going to think of a couple dozen people. This is Karen's words, a couple dozen. Sometimes I'll say 12. We'll go through 12. And if they get caught, then I just kind of pull them along through. Karen likes to say a couple dozen. Okay, so you can use either or. So I say to Vicky, okay, start telling me some people that I'm going to give you three categories that we're going to think of. Okay. And all I want you to do is I want you to just start thinking of their names. Just say their first name and give me a little blurb about them. Don't go on and on about them. We're going to do it kind of fast. Just give me a little blurb. Okay. Just tell me like a little bit, maybe they're a mom of 3 and they could definitely use extra income. They're, a dad and they have arthritis. Okay. Just give me a couple little things. That's it. And I'm going to write some names and you just start thinking and I'll start writing. Perfect. Okay. Now we start asking. Okay. The three categories are family. Who do you know? Who do you know is the golden question. Who do you know in your family? Who do you know? Friends. Who do you know? Community. Social. When I say community, what I mean by that is I mean people that are actually involved in the community, that actually have a sphere of influence, tangibly, physically, in human person, and then also on social media, either or, okay? So then she'll be like, okay, so Vicky starts rattling a name. Okay, who do you know in your family? Let's start there. Who do you know that could be blessed by these drops? I use those words. Who do you know that could be blessed by these drops? Who do you know that could be blessed by additional income? Just like you, $500 to $1,000 a month. I'm repeating what she wants because typically people have a circle of friends that have kind of similar, goals, ambitions. So I'm repeating that strategically. Okay. So she'll say, oh, well, my Aunt Susan, great. Tell me about Aunt Susan. And I'm writing down Susan and I'm going fast. Okay. If you need to record this while you're doing taprooting, you could do that, but you need to be a fast writer and you can't be like, hold on, slow down, hold on. You can't do that because when their mind is going, you got to take it while it's hot. Remember, they're quitting in 48 hours. So I'm writing down, okay, Aunt Susan, she's always angry and she has a bad hip. Okay, perfect. Okay, got Aunt Susan. Next. Then she says, okay, my brother, Tim. Okay, tell me about Tim. Tim, so and so. Okay, great. Next person. Okay. And then he goes on and on. And then, so then we go to Tim, and then she gets stuck a little bit and she's like, I don't know anyone else in my family. Do you have any sisters? I start asking a couple questions. What about your cousins? You know what? My cousin Tina is a little overweight. Okay, we're not going to tell her that, but I'll write that down. Okay, who else? And then, so I start moving her along. Okay, then we go into friends. Okay, tell me about some friends. Then she'll start saying some friends and a little blurb. Okay, then we go into community. Okay, now we're going to talk about people in the community. And I want you to start thinking maybe the woman who is so nice at the library, the woman at the grocery store that is always wanting to help people out. What about that waitress who literally you just like you watch her serve people and you just know that she must have a story, but she's always talking to everyone? What about the person at the bank tellers? What about the person, who is at the Chamber of Commerce? You start thinking about people that are around people. What about salon owners, massage therapists, chiropractors? I start naming some people or titles, that they could be holding. And then I get her brain going. Okay. Once we get to 12, I don't stop her. If she's still rattling people on, I'm still writing and I'm still pulling them out of her. Okay. I'm not going to stop her. But what happens if she gets stuck? If she is completely stuck, like I've had a woman who literally got on and she's like, well, I know my friend Martha, my Aunt Tina, and Uncle Tom, and that's it. That's all you know? Girl, I thought you had 4,382 people on Facebook. That's it? So, what happened is we went on her Facebook and found mutual friends. What about this person? What about that person? Oh, we're connected to so and so. What about that person? Okay, so sometimes you've got to get creative because people can only think of three. Okay, it's a real thing. So, once we get that list, then I say, okay, Vicky, ready? You told me you're coachable, so let's do this, girl. All right, let's go. What are we doing? Okay, this is where it gets, they're either going to run, okay, literally. They will be like, my cat just jumped out the window. I have to get off the phone. My kid, just dumped the ketchup everywhere. I've got to go. What they will come up with the funniest excuse, or they will really show up and do the thing. It's either or. Okay. This is the moment of truth right here. I'm telling you. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through this list and we're just going to actually message 5 or 6 people right now. Okay. Super simple. Here, open up your text message. I'm just going to send this to you really quick. What am I sending? I know this may sound random, but have you heard of matured hops extract MHE3 question mark? Okay. This question works for guys and girls. It's a very basic question. The follow-up you may have to change if you're a guy. So I tell Vicky, all right, Vicky, copy this, literally copy this. Do you have Aunt Susan's number on text message? Yeah, perfect. Okay, send her this text real quick. Well, wait, what do you mean? What I just sent you, just send it real quick. I'll tell you what to say if she responds. It's not a big deal. Just go ahead and send it over and I'll walk you through the process. She'll be like, okay, perfect. She'll send it. She may get nervous by number 2. Okay, she may be excited by number 3. You just got to fill it, but you got to keep moving them through. 5 or 6 is about the cutoff mark. Okay, and then they're like freaking out. Who here freaks out when you message people? Be really honest. Drop in the chat below. Does anybody here freak out? Maybe even just internally, but you still move through it, but you're like freaking out? Okay, that comes from people pleasing. I'm going to call it out. It comes from people pleasing because you're worried about what they're going to think about you. You're worried about what they're going to say about you. You're worried about looking silly. If you actually, I want you to listen to this, and the next time you're nervous about it, just remember we're on a mission to help people. It's a simple question. And if they don't want the help, that's okay. That's okay. If they're rude to you, we don't want them on our team anyway. So you're just weeding through. If you think they're ghosting you, I want you to remember, I have 9 kids. I open messages all the time and don't get back to them right away because a kid is pooping, one is over here, throwing stuff. I've got stuff going on and I open up a message and it's like I forget that I even opened up the message. I have to circle back around and maybe it's not till the next day I get back to someone. Then I totally forget about it, right? How many times have you guys got distracted? Don't think that everybody is ghosting you. Actually remove that from your vocabulary. Just think, you know what, they were probably busy. So I go back, I'm putting this on pause with Vicki for a second, okay? And I'm talking about some of the things that we got to work through because this may need to be a conversation when Vicki's like, well, what if they don't respond? Or I've done this before and people were always ghosting me. And then I lose all my friends and all the things. Well, then you were being weird about it. That's a problem because you were being weird about it. We're not going to be weird about it. We're going to be like a human and we're going to be normal about this. You're just asking a simple question. And this may be a conversation I need to have with her in this moment while we're tap rooting. Okay. Some of the things that I will say is when they respond back to you, then we go through the flow. If they don't respond back to you, then what we end up doing is we say, hey, did you happen to get the message that I sent yesterday? Did you happen to get the message that I sent a couple days ago? Question mark. Say nothing else. You always leave it with the question. The ball's in their court now. They still don't respond a few days later. And if you're messaging on Facebook Messenger, one of the things I like to say is, I sent over a message to you a couple days ago. My messages don't always send. Sometimes Facebook blocks it. Did you happen to see it? Question mark. It's the truth. Sometimes Facebook does not send your stuff. Okay, so you're just asking. Maybe they didn't see it. Another follow-up could be, I know you're super busy, girl. I totally get it. I'm super busy too. It's not like you to not respond. Is everything okay? Question mark. Now I'm just being a regular human because I genuinely care about people. Okay. Now, after a few times of asking that, then it's like, okay, I'm going into their stories and we're loving on their stuff. You just have I have Vicki also have her list. So usually what I'm doing is I'll write it out, then I'll take a picture and send it to her in Facebook Messenger so we're together. If she was not my personal recruit and she was recruited by somebody else and I'm going another layer deep, I would include that person in this conversation. And that person would be also taking notes. We would be in a 3-way text together. Usually I like to do it on Facebook Messenger because I can scroll back and see the things and look in the the pictures and the links and stuff. I could search very quickly on Facebook Messenger. So I'd get Vicki and her upline. If it wasn't me in the chat, we would be going through this together. Okay. And I would tell Vicki, okay, we have your 12, your 24 people. We want to make sure that we are reaching out to these people. We're following up with them. These are the people we're going to focus on. Okay. So you have your 12 or 24. We're going to heavily focus on these people. The goal here is to move them through answering the question, have they heard of it? If they haven't heard of it, then we send a short little message. You could send a little video clip explaining what it does. I'm going to show you what I do for mine. Okay, this is a little example. I'm going to put it in the chat so that you guys have it. I personally let me show you this. You would send Allison's video. You could send Dr. Kareem's video. You choose the video. I'm not going to attach the video here, but this is what I say is I'm surprised you haven't heard of MHE3 yet. They went viral fast. I've been using them for about 7 months with amazing results. Just hit how they work in the link. It's a quick explanation. I think you'll be impressed. Just super simple. A very simple thing. Now, if this person is brand new, they would say, my friends are having great results. Okay. If this person has been using them, they were a wholesale customer for a while or a regular customer for a while, and they've been using them for 2 months, you say 2 months. You just need to make it accurate to them. Okay. But this is what I send to people now because I've been on them for almost 8 months now. Okay. So then once we get them to that, the goal is you get them in front of a tool immediately. As we are taprooting, we're going down the line. Coach Victoria, who do you know? Get them in front of a tool immediately. A tool is a video explaining on what they do. A tool is Terry or Byron's, Zooms that they're doing, right? Opportunity Zooms. A tool is in potentially a testimonial group. That's a tool. Any other video, Dr. Ben Bowers, that's another tool. Okay. Maybe you meeting them in person, that's a tool. Whatever it is that you want to get them in front of a tool immediately. That's the goal. Get as many people in front of the tool as quick as you can. Then the next thing is very simple. You send the blue graphic. If anybody has that blue graphic, please, if you could drop it in the chat. You send them the blue graphic of all the things the drops help with. Okay. And then you ask a very simple question. Because now you're getting that person's buy-in, a very simple question. And I'll drop it in the chat here. Out of the list of everything that the drops can help with, what are you wanting help with? Okay. So I'm getting Coach Victoria to get her people in front of the tool. And then we're asking the question, what are they wanting help with? Now we're getting Coach Victoria's people's buy-in. What I mean by that is they're saying yes to something without really knowing they're saying yes. Oh, I need better sleep. Oh, I could use more energy. Oh, I could X, Y, and Z. Okay. Once they're there, then you've got 2 ways to access the drops. You could do business/wholesale, buy 2, get 1 free, save $100 and be able to share with other people. Or you could pay full price as a customer. What would you like to do? Then you sign them up. That's it, literally. You've got to get them moving as quick as you can. Speed is the name of the game. Okay, when you're taprooting, speed is legit the name of the game. Does anybody want me to repeat that last part? Raise your hand if you do. We got it? Okay. So speed is the name of the game. Then the next thing that we're doing, oh, someone said yes. Okay. So what I'm saying is we're getting their buy-in. Yes, they have back pain. Yes. Or a lot of people actually will say, I need help with all of it. Great. There's 2 options. 2 options, this or that. You're always going to do something simple, this or that. That's why I give 2 options. Business/wholesale, buy 2, get 1 free. And you could share them with others. Or pay full price as a customer. Now notice what I'm doing here. Making this one sound very appealing and making this one sound horrible. I don't want customers. I know some people don't agree with this, but I was a wholesale customer first, like a wholesale buyer. I wanted the discount, so I signed up to get the discount. Anybody here in the chat, just tell me if you signed up for the discount and now you're building. Drop in the chat, say that's me. See, that's why. This is why I'm positioning being an ISR as a beautiful opportunity, business/wholesale, buy 2, get 1 free. When anybody subconsciously sees the word free, they're like so excited. You could literally say anything like, oh, you get this free printable guide. And they're like, sign me up, right? Anything free, subconsciously, your mind is like, yes. This is all strategy, okay? So we position it as buy two, get one free. And some of you may have questions like, what do you even mean by that? Well, typically a bottle of drops full price is $100, right? So when you're signing up as an ISR in the US, basically it's like the 199 or whatever plus the $29, right? So 199, just think about that. You're paying $200 for 3 bottles of drops. So that's buy two, get one free. I'm just positioning it so it sounds simple. We're breaking it down very simple. Some of y'all are killing it, but in a bad way, by saying, well, you could be an ISR, then we could sign up and then we can get you to Taproot and then we're going to do all these things and I'll get you in the video and we'll do the training. It's like, no, they don't even know what an ISR is. What does that even mean? They don't understand this whole situation that you're talking about. They just want drops. They just said they wanted better sleep. And now you're stressing them out and they're going to backpedal. So you've got to position it very chill, very like it's a no-brainer. Buy two, get one free. Okay. The next thing that we're doing is we're saying, okay, Coach Victoria signs up Deb. Deb is on my screen next. So I see Deb. All right. All right, Deb. So Coach Victoria, get Deb on the phone. Deb is actually, she works at the, let's see, Chamber of Commerce. Okay. Deb works at the Chamber of Commerce. Sweet. Get me on the phone with Deb now, right? Like, let's get on the phone with Deb because Deb knows people. Deb knows business owners. So my mind is like, score. Let's get Deb in motion. So Vicky gets Deb on the phone. Okay. And I'm like, hey, Deb, I'm so excited. Vicky first, Vicky is going to edify me, not because I need edification, not because I need my name in lights. I could care less about any of that. But I want Deb to actually find value of talking to me. Why does Deb even care who Rose is? Okay. That's the point of edification. So Vicky is going to edify me in front of Deb. Deb is going to start like feeling like, oh, wow, Vicky just got me on the phone with someone who is like high up in the company. She has diamonds and stuff. Like, I don't even know what's happening. This is super cool, right? So now Deb is going to be listening. So as I'm talking to Deb, I'm going to say to Deb, all right, Deb, the same thing I did with Vicky, I'm now doing with Deb. Vicky is prepared. Vicky has the notebook. I'm not taking notes. Vicky is now because now we're tap reading down the line. I've done it with Vicky, so Vicky knows what to be prepared for. I've shared with Vicky what we're going to do, just like I did with you. We're going to do with Deb, and we're going to help Deb. I'm the one guiding the conversation. I'm asking the questions. My job is to think. Deb is going to quit in 48 hours. We got to get into her audience right away. Who are the 12, to 24 people that she knows? We're going to ask those same questions that we did. It's just literally wash, rinse, repeat. We're doing it again, but we're going down the line. Okay. Then we're going to tell Deb. Deb gets, let's see, Donaloo on. Deb recruits Donaloo. Deb recruits Donaloo. Then it's like, okay, Deb, now we need to get Donaloo on the phone. As soon as I can get 5 layers deep, now Coach Victoria has the business in motion. 5 layers deep. I'm going to pause and I'm going to ask you a question. And Karen, can you please tell me how much time I have left? Because sometimes I could go long. Or if I need to wrap it up.
You have as much time as you need because I'm taking so many notes and I've heard you before, but I have 5 pages of notes already. So let her rip, girl.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so what I want to do is, as I'm going 5 layers deep, I'm going to ask you this question because this is actually really important. Who here feels like you are one of the only people in your team out of the people that you recruited that is actually doing something? Drop it in the chat. Just say yes. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean you're horrible at business. Not at all. It doesn't mean that the people you recruited are not great people. Not at all. All it means is you got to keep going. Jessie Lee Ward was my mentor for 8 years, and this is what she would teach me. Rita is the answer. RITA. Rita is the answer. I'm the only one working in my business. She would say, Rita. I'm the only one that is actually, getting on phone calls, doing Zooms, whatever. Rita. Recruiting is the answer. That's what Rita stands for. Recruiting is the answer. If you feel stagnant, Rita. If your business is not moving, Rita. If your numbers are short, Rita. If you're not pushing enough product, Rita. Okay, it's always Rita. I'm actually feeling like burnt out, Rita. Because once you recruit someone who is actually on fire, that it reignites the fire inside of you. And now you're like, this is cool. Okay. You start moving in motion and it actually like literally starts to light the flame in you. You know, when you have two candles and you bring them together and they just, that's what we're doing here. We're getting in the trenches to find the person that is literally going to rip the information right out of my hands and run with it. That's the goal of taprooting. The goal is not to start, to stop with Deb or stop with Donaloo. I'm going to keep going. Donaloo goes and recruits Candace. Candace goes and recruits Brian. I'm going to the bottom of the line. I'm getting Brian Meyer. I believe that's how you say your last name. I'm getting Brian Meyer on the phone and I'm saying, okay, Brian, let's go. Who do you know? Who do you know, friends? Who do you know, family? Who do you know, right? I'm going all the way down the line in community. What happens when I get down 5 layers deep? Now I'm working with Brian. My focus is no longer, sorry, Deb, and Coach Victoria and Donaloo and Candace. My focus is no longer with you ladies. I'm still going to be there. I'm still going to love you. But now I'm going to the bottom of the line because it's going to bless Donaloo. It's going to bless Candace. It's going to bless Deb. It's going to bless Coach Victoria. And now we have blessings multiplied. And it's also blessing Brian. It's in all of their best interest that as the leader, I'm going to the bottom of the line to work with Brian because all that volume rolls up. So I am literally pulling my sleeves up and I'm like, Brian, who do you know? Let's do this, Brian. How much money? Brian's like, you know what? I actually need to make $10,000 a month. I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. I'm not afraid to talk to people. Okay. Just show me what to do and we'll do it. Okay. So he's like, he could literally name 20 people off the top of his head. We are literally getting in the trenches with Brian. At this point, I'm not waiting to plug him into a tool. I'm going to show up and be the tool. I'm going to do Zooms for Brian. I'm going to show up. Brian, can you get 20 people in front of me tomorrow night, 8 p.m.? Absolutely. Okay, let's go. I'm going to show up and I'm going to start presenting. If that scares you to death, then plug them into, Terry and Byron. But I want to be in the trenches because I'm getting to know Brian. And all of a sudden, his goal to make $10,000 a month is more important to me. It's very special to me. His goal, I'm treating it like it's my own bank account, like it's my goal. And I'm asking him, what will that $10,000 do for you? Well, my kids need X, Y, and Z. My wife needs X, Y, and Z. My car needs new tires and it's starting to snow. All of a sudden, it's personal to me. I need you to hear that because no longer is this about taprooting. This is now about, Brian, I want to help you. And I'm very serious about it. I'm going to get in the trenches with you and we're going to do this. And we're going to get those tires for your car. We're going to help your wife. We're going to help your kids, whatever it is that you tell me. I don't know if any of this is true, but I'm just saying, Brian, like whatever you need, we're going to go for this. Okay. And we're going to make this happen. Just stick with me and be coachable. You told me already you're coachable. You need to make $10,000 a month. Let's do it. Get 20 people in front of me tomorrow. Okay, he does it. then we get into those people's audience as well. Now I'm getting in the trenches with Brian. I'm still helping Brian. He's my main focus, and we're just going to keep going. Now, my goal is to rank advance Brian as quick as I can. As quick as I can. It's not about me trying to get triple diamond. It's not about me trying to do anything for Rose. My goal is to help Brian reach his goal, rank advance as quick as he can, get money in his bank account as quick as I can help him. Because he just ripped the information right out of my hands. That's the golden ticket with Taprooting. We cannot overcomplicate it. Notice how I did not say I took any of these people through an entire very long, elongated, go learn this and let's watch this and do all these things. No, we just got in the trenches. Now, the people that are like, I just want to sit around and wait for an experience for 20 months. Plug them into the website, plug them into, everybody gets access to the stuff. But what I'm saying is let them get lost, love on them. They're a part of the community. Make sure they know about their smart ship, that it can't lapse and all the different things. But you can't run with them because they don't want to run. That's okay. You love them. When you are a leader leading in your business, you cannot be sitting. Sitting is not an option. You are here to help people reach their goals. You are here to watch literally blessings be multiplied. Because when Brian wins, I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a leader. And that is not a yay Rose thing. That is a thank you, Jesus thing. Because I pray every day for my business. I pray that the Lord will send the people, and it is my job to be a good and obedient steward of the blessings that he sends. My mission is great. That's Taprooting. Okay, I can take any questions if you want me to, Karen.
Yeah, let's take like the next 6 minutes, and anyone who has questions, just unmute yourself. Rose, that was like awesome.
Thank
Y'all
you.
agree? Y'all agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Show
You
this
made me
woman some
tear up,
love.
Rose.
You're incredible. And you know what, guys? Yeah. Yeah, let's all just cry. But we say all the time, when the student is ready, the teacher appears.
Yep.
And I think tonight, looking at the messages on the side and seeing everyone just pouring in and grabbing a hold of everything, I see tonight there was a lot of students that were ready. And Rose, you were the teacher and the preacher that showed up tonight to the open hearts, everyone. So first of all, I just want to say I thank you so much. It was incredible. I actually don't think I've written this many notes on a Zoom in a long time, but I will, guys, have the recording posted in the 14 training page and 14 Get the Skinny. So the recordings will be there. And I encourage you guys to take it and listen to it again until it gets inside of you. Because I say this, Harry said it, I think it was at conference. You have to have the desire, you have to have it inside of you in order for you to be able to get it out and share it. It's like sharing the gospel. If you don't feel it and you don't know what you have, it's hard to share. But I want y'all to just listen to it again, because what she said tonight is so powerful. And if everyone on this Zoom would do the steps that she just gave us, your business would explode.
Mm-hmm.
She trains like this because she knows what it takes. And so, first of all, thank you. I love you big much.
Love you too. Karen,
okay,
really quick before we go into questions.
Yep.
I'm really passionate about this because you guys, I prayed for leadership. God took me out of a position where it was not unity. Okay. I prayed for good quality leadership that I could align with.
Yeah.
We have that here. We really do.
Okay.
Karen pours into us all the time. Allison, Terry, even corporate is like, it's mind blowing. I don't take this lightly. It's a huge blessing. And when we're praying for breakthrough and God gives you breakthrough
Yeah.
literally on a platter, we can't take it, lightly.
It's true. Anybody have a question, or are you just in awe? Anyone?
I have my hand up, but you probably can't
Okay,
see
yep,
it.
go ahead.
So Rose, this is mind-blowing, amazing training, and I so appreciate it. I wish I had this 8 months ago. Um, my question is, I've got a few of my people. I don't have any go-getters yet,
Mhm.
but I have a few that are starting to show some interest in wanting to do something. I have not done any of this with any of my people because I didn't know. So, what can I say or do, or I mean, I know what I can do, but what can I say to go back to some of my people to say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just didn't know. I mean, what would you
Yeah. Okay.
what would you
So,
recommend? Do you know what I'm
yeah,
asking?
absolutely. How do you say your name? Kayleen?
Kayleen.
Okay, Kayleen, that's beautiful. So here's what I would say. First of all, you said yet. That's golden. I don't have runners yet. They may be there, they just haven't rose up yet. That could be the thing. Or Rita, recruit more, right? Recruiting is the answer. It's either or. Okay. But here's the cool thing about this. You reach out to all of your people one at a time, individually, not in a group message. Hey, Brian, I wanted to share this with you really quick. I'm actually doing a blitz in December, and I'm going to work with just a small handful of people that are really serious that want to make additional income, $500 to $1,000 before the year is over. Okay. Are you someone, is that interest to you? You just got to get buy-in, something of that sort. Okay?
Okay.
You just have to get buy-in. And you have to think, okay, every person, so how would you do that? Well, every person that comes in and they get a kit, that's $40, $40 a person, $40, $40. Then you actually, if you hit platinum, okay, you're going to bring in about $480 in that 1 month. If you're recruiting 12 brand new people, that's the $40. And then as you're positioning them, okay, as you're positioning them, 3 to the team leg first, and then everybody else on the lifestyle leg. As you're positioning them that way, then you get to match the 100-point cycle. Okay. I know that I'm going really fast with this because it's really not.
Would you say that positioning one more time really quick?
Yeah. So you're doing 3 to the team leg first, your team overflow leg, and then everyone else goes to the lifestyle leg after.
Now,
Everyone.
is the lifestyle leg their new leg?
You have 2 legs that you're building. So let's
Yeah.
pretend you came in. Maybe you have spillover from the team above you. That's
Okay.
your team overflow. Your in leg is your lifestyle leg.
Okay. All right.
And I'm a student first, you guys. Nothing that I'm telling you is like rocket science from Rose. It's either a God strategy or I learned it from someone who's gone before me. Okay. Karen taught me team overflow lifestyle. So I try to keep the same verbiage all the way down.
Okay.
Okay. So then if you get someone to recruit 12 people in 1 month, they're going to be at $500 minimum in that same active month. You get them to recruit 12 people in 1 month. They're also going to be, something's happening here. Do you guys see that on the screen? Okay, there we go. If you are,
Yeah,
if you're
okay.
getting them to, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
If you're getting them to recruit 12 people in one given month, you know what's happening is they're also going to hit Sapphire simultaneously. That's 2,400 points already, right? If they can get it on both legs, if they have spillover, they could potentially get Sapphire in the same month. All they need is that 100 extra points. So it's a beautiful flow. So your job, regardless if you've shared this with anybody, you knew it or not, right? Go day one. Today's a new day, or you start tomorrow morning and you just reach out to every person. Hey, Candace, I'm only working with a small few, group of people that are really serious that want to make, 500 to 1,000 extra bucks before the year is over. Is that you? Yes. Okay. Get her buy-in 3 times. There is a reason this number 3 is coming up. You need to get them to say yes 3 times. This is a psychology thing. Okay. 3 times. So Candace's like, yeah, absolutely. I excuse 500. Okay. Are you willing to put in the work? Is it part-time or full-time that we're doing this? You need to know. Okay, great. Now tell me what that 500 or $1,000 will do for you. Now you get emotion attached to it. You're pulling on those heartstrings. Pull her in, pull her in. Okay, get the golden threads, pull her in. So now when she's like, oh, it's like the 15th and I haven't even gotten anything yet. Okay, all right. Are you still wanting the XYZ? You still need to repair that washer and dryer, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like you get on those heartstrings with her. That's it. Very simple. You just got to get their buy-in and then you run with them. Now, you can only do this for a few people because your time is going to be stretched thin with this. And you have to be strategic. You're not at everyone's beck and call. You have to I work Monday, Wednesday, Friday very strategically. That's why I do the biz boost on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because all my calls are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday and Thursday, I have to be a mom and I have to, homeschool and I've got to run ministry. So I have to have those time frames, but I am like literally on it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Maybe here we are Tuesday, right? I'm going to show up and I'll do things like this on Tuesdays, but most of my day is open. Right before this, I was making 30 blessing care packs for survivors. Okay. So it's like, I really have to make sure that you're managing your time well and you're not just answering every phone call, every message all day long. Time block your stuff. Okay.
I really appreciate, and I've heard a lot of this, but the way that you are saying this, the way that you're putting it, and bless you for your 9 children. And ministry, I don't know how you do everything you do because I had 11 children. So I know the busy.
You had 11?
Yes.
Oh, you're my new best friend. I love it.
So I really, really you are a blessing. I mean, all of you, Karen, because I've lost a lot of my upline, and so I am so happy to see you, and so just excited to hear you and what you are teaching. It's golden to me. So thank you,
Hey,
thank you.
Kayleen,
Yes,
sidelines are just as good as uplines too.
and I've had a lot of people helping. It's been
We're all in this together, okay?
this is okay. I've been in over, I know other people have questions, but over the years, I've been in over 30 companies. I lost track after 32 and never have been successful in any of them. And next month I'll be 67 years young. So I'm right behind Karen. and and somebody needs to hear this. I was unexpectedly widowed 10 years ago and was left with no retirement, with nothing. So at the age of 56, I had to start over again. And I've been searching for something that would help me have some retirement. With 28 grandchildren and one great grandbaby now, I want to have that time freedom and the financial freedom to do what I would love to do to help and serve and do more and give more. And I know that this is God given. I know that this is a family here because there's so many people that have been willing to help answer questions. And I am just from the bottom of my heart so grateful. So grateful. I feel like that I have hope and I have an answer.
And that's your mission right there. Okay. I want you to listen to this recording again, and I want you to listen to what you just said. That's your mission.
Okay, well,
Okay. That's what's going to keep you going. And that's what's going to allow you to taproot successfully because of what you just said right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Anyone else have a question?
I do. This is
Okay.
Jane.
Where are you? I'm trying to find you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we just had somebody who just said that they want to sign up and get a position, so an ISR, but they just don't have enough time right now. How do we use the tap routing? Do we still get their names and maybe call their people for them, or
Yeah, absolutely. So what you can do, a really cool way to do this is just utilize Messenger. I don't like everybody to have my phone number. Okay, I really don't. Some people are okay with it, but my phone number, a lot of it is for ministry. So I try to keep everything in Messenger. So it's kind of like, divided. But you can literally just get them in Messenger. You know what? That's cool. I get it if you don't have time. But you know what? Let's just do this. Just give me 15 minutes of your time. Let's get on a phone. We'll put together a list real quick, and then we'll go and help those people. Okay. And then you just tell them all you have to do is connect me to people. That's it. You just be the connector. I'll work with the people. Sound good?
okay,
Literally, did you hear what I said at the end? Sound good?
sound good?
Sound good? And I'm like shutting up. Sound good? Because I want them again to get to 3 yeses. You got to get them to 3 yeses. Get creative how you do it. Sound good? You're wanting to make a little extra money, right? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Can you connect me with people? You know people, right? I don't care what you ask. Just get them to say yes 3 times. Boom. Once they're saying yes 3 times, they're on a roll to say yes. They're more likely to connect you to those people.
Okay, and what if they're like, I just don't have time to connect with them?
So you could bypass this as a whole nother training, girlfriend, but I'll give you the cliff notes on that. The cliff notes would be if you found them on social media, chances are you have more people connected to them on social media. Just start reaching out to those people. Who's the gentleman next to you?
This is my boyfriend.
What's your
Rod.
name?
Rod.
He's
Rod?
on the screen.
Rod.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So I would be like, all right. So I'd go to his social media, pretend you're not boyfriend, girlfriend. I'd go to his social media and I would see how many people you have mutual in common as friends. And then I would start reaching out and I would say, maybe you're messaging Tim. Hey, Tim, Rod and I are actually using these drops. Or have you heard of MHE3 question mark? I know it may sound random. Have you heard of it? And then he would say, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my gosh. Rod and I are using these drops. We've been using them for a few months now and we're having great results. Surprised you haven't heard of them? Click on this link so you could see a quick little explanation. Now I'm using him as third party validation. He has no idea this is happening. Okay. I don't even need to tell him it's happening. He's my personal recruit. I know how to get his link and I'm going to share his link. I'm not swooping on his people. I'm going to help him build with him not even knowing what's happening. And I'm literally taprooting without him in the situation.
Awesome. So how do I get his link?
You go in the back office and you can actually see what his, there is the 3x3 squares. You can actually see the bottom. You could see the bottom. It says username. You can also go to the tree. And then when you click on him, like the world of him, you can actually see all his information coming up on the side and it says username. And you literally take your link, switch out your little part, like mine says Parma. I switch my part out with his part there and I send it. Now, if you're doing it that way, you got to make sure you're diligently sending his link and not messing that up because you don't want to break integrity with him.
Right,
Okay.
right. But that's genius because I have a lot of people that I have mutual friends with and friends that I just don't have time to do it as well. So this helps me a lot too, that we have mutual friends.
So Jamie, look, I'm not a good singer. I cannot play a musical instrument, but God anointed me for business. This is his strategies. I'm telling you, I don't get any credit. He gets it all. It's genius because he shows me these things.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, next question. Anybody? Just unmute if you do, and if not, we're good. Is it Lori? Go ahead and.
Yes, I have a question. So, have you ever had anybody be so excited out of the gate? They sign up their 3 people, they put them on the team leg, and then they just totally fizzle out, don't, tap into the money that's sitting there because they don't get somebody on their, I heard you call it lifestyle leg. I was told it was the solo leg, whatever you want to call it. But she didn't get anybody on her other leg. And then she still has that $120 sitting there. And I just found out today says she's quitting. And I was
Okay.
just like,
Let me
Oh.
explain this to you because this is really important for everybody to know here. Okay. Imagine you were that person. This is a good reason why Terry has this method. 3 to the team overflow first. Okay.
Mhm.
Imagine that you were the person that she decided, I'm just going to sign up one person. And I actually like 2 people, one on my team overflow, and I'm going to put one on my inside lifestyle leg. And she does that because she wants to make the money. And then she's
Right.
like, and then I'm not going to do anything. Well, now you're stuck over there by yourself. She just literally ripped off the blessings multiplied right off the shelf, girlfriend. So this is why the first 3 people, if they're going to recruit, they're going to recruit. If they're a recruiter, they're going to recruit. It's not going to be a problem for them getting extra people on that lifestyle leg. If they're not a
Mhm.
recruiter, you want to have the only people they're recruiting on that team overflow so that they can actually get help from the other people that are coming in. You're saving those people from agony of having to build 2 legs all by themselves. Okay. It's a really important thing. It's not only, you got to think long term. You have to think long term. We're not here for a quick win. We're here long term. So we
Right.
have to have
Mhm.
vision long term. So I'm sorry that she's quitting. And
Mhm.
this is you're gonna listen. You may think like that was rude, Rose, and you could think that that's okay. But next, you got to say next. Who else is
Yeah.
wanting to go? You can't help someone want you can't want it more for them. Okay. She
Exactly.
obviously doesn't care about the $160 or she'd go help someone else. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the money just sits there and she just walks away from it, I guess. I mean,
Or she sits there, stays on her auto ship, continues to gain, volume, and you send those screenshots. Hey, Tina, you have like 3,000 on that team overflow leg now. Whenever you're
yeah.
ready to access that and make extra money, let me know because I'll help you.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of threw me such a curveball is because she had a gal under her that threatened to quit. I explained about all the volume that had been building,
Mhm.
and that stopped somebody that she recruited from quitting. And so I found out today that she did cancel the auto ship without talking to me. And so she knows what she's losing, walking away from,
Is she
a,
only on
a
fix?
large amount of volume. She knows,
Is
and
she
she's walking away from it.
is
Surprised
she
me.
only on fix?
Yes.
Okay, you got to get her on
Yes.
other products. You got to get her on the coffee. You got to get her on Emulin. You got to get her on other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, some
Yeah.
people need a quick
Money has
win.
just been an issue, and so that's why I haven't pushed other things. And so that's why I'm surprised that, I mean, for me, if money was an issue, nothing could have stopped me from getting somebody on that other leg and accessing that money.
Yeah.
But like you said, you can't make people want it more than
You and
they want
her
it
are
for
2
themselves.
different people, and Rita is the answer.
That's right. I like that. I wrote that down. I have pages of notes here as well. I appreciate the training. It's been very good.
You're welcome, hon.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, I know. Anyone else? Let's, Cam, go ahead and unmute.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so Rose, I just have one question. Do you need a housekeeper, a cook, a babysitter, anything? I'll wash your car, toilets, whatever. Let me come stay with you for like a month, okay? I just want to pick your brain. This
I
has
don't
been
think you want to stay with me for a
fabulous.
month, girlfriend.
Just
Ask
joking,
Karen.
but
My kids are
oh,
up running around until 2, 3 a.m. They're on my schedule. We unschool. We don't even fall like, yeah, it's a whole situation.
unbelievable.
It
Unbelievable.
is. It really is unbelievable.
I'm blessed to be here right now.
Oh, we're blessed to have you, Kim.
Thank you.
Yes. And by the way, on all of the coffee brochures, this lady is the one whose picture is there before and after.
What?
Yes. She
The coffee is the best.
she
It's
she
really
lost
the best.
she lost so much weight. So if you go to your little the brochures, there's Kim
You're so
holding her
funny.
pants out. Yes.
Yeah,
love
I
that.
think, Karen, you taught me this too. And like, I didn't run with it at the beginning, but I'm catching vision big time with it. Coffee is an instant, it's an instant result. Even Joy Kinney on here is like, we got to get everybody on this coffee because
Yep.
it's an instant result. You don't get jittery with it. It just,
Right.
if you can get, a lot of people want instant results. So if you can get them on that and then get them on the drops, simultaneously, always give them some coffee, get them on the coffee somehow, whether it's a little gift of a couple rips sticks
Mhm.
or you're getting them to order it, whatever it is. The
Yeah.
coffee is literally enough. You could build a whole business. Karen did right off the
Did.
coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Actually, I went from 800 to 80,000 in 8 months. 80, yeah, a month.
Wow.
800 to 80,000 a month when I started PHXing my coffee.
See?
Wow.
So be a coffee fixer, a fixer upper.
Yeah, we got to learn from the best of the best right here. Karen is it. I'm telling you. All right.
Okay.
Anybody else?
One of them babies is probably hollering about right now. So anybody else real quick?
One last one.
Nope.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you for
guys.
having me, Karen.
Stephanie's got one.
Stephanie's got her hand up.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
There we go. Now, back to the Rita. When you were talking about the Rita, does each letter of Rita mean a word? I missed that.
Yes. So Jessie Lee Ward in Heaven Now was my mentor for 8 years, and she was #1 in network marketing as a female network marketer. She always taught me like the answer anytime any of us came with a question. Recruiting is the answer.
Oh, right. Okay. Now I
Your best
remember.
friend is Rita. Recruiting is the answer.
Right. Now I remember. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Enjoyed it. Your whole presentation. Excellent.
Aw, thank you, Stephanie.
Okay. Rose, I love you. Thank you so much.
Love you too.
I am so grateful.
Hey-
Roxanne,
hey, Karen.
Roxanne, yes.
I have
go
one
ahead.
question.
Okay.
On the coffee,
Yes.
or the capsules, in
Okay.
place of the coffee. I tried to go in last night to order some of that because I have some people interested, and I cannot find a way to order it. It only shows up as a customer when you click on it as a customer, and it still won't let you order it.
Yeah. We didn't sell enough of it, so they had to kind of look at what we're
Oh.
selling. Yeah. So we're not
Okay.
we're not going to restock that, but we do have coffee and we will continue to have the coffee. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you need more, take 2 doses. And by the way, y'all, I'm a hoarder with my products.
Uh-huh.
And so I literally probably have 30 bottles in case anybody wants to buy one, let me know. Just
I
but
want
we're
them
not.
all.
Huh?
I want them all.
No, you can't have them all.
So if anyone like wants that until we can do
Restock it
something
somehow.
different. Yeah.
Okay. Because
Wow.
these people can't drink coffee or don't drink
Okay.
coffee.
Okay.
So
Just send
that's
me a-
why
Yeah, send me a PM and
okay.
I'll make sure 30, 40 people are happy. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Rose. I know it's late. Thank you guys. This has been absolutely incredible. As I said, we will post it in hashtag 14.
Erica
Yeah.
and
Pardon me?
Karen, Erica unmuted. I don't know if Erica wanted to say something. Erica Edmondson.
Thank you. I just want to know where I find the replay to this. Where would I find it? I'm very new, so I'm still finding my way around all the different spots where you find stuff.
She said 3 times.
Yeah. Ford Team Training on Facebook. Just go there and we'll post it either later tonight or in the morning, right,
She
Kendall?
unmuted me.
Yeah.
Yes, it'll be posted in 14 later. Yep.
Facebook page.
Yep. Within the hour.
And thank you, Kendall. Kendall is amazing. She does the recording, she uploads them, she gets them all ready and posts them in our group. So
Yep.
yes, it'll be there. All right, everyone. I love you
Rose.
guys so much. So grateful for everyone. And Rose, thank you isn't enough. We love you and appreciate you so much.
Thank you. Hey, Brian, can you stay on really quick until everybody's off? Thank you.